Okay, so, I'm always a little nervous whenever Twitch is like, no, you're not live. You're not live, what are you talking about? Like, why would I be live? I don't know. Twitch, you tell me. Okay, I should have probably looked up what we need to do in terms of completion and achievement sort of stuff in God Home. Because I kinda just imagine you just go in there and you do all the things and that would be it. But I don't actually know, and maybe there's some missable shit or whatever, we'll find out. Well, by we'll find out, I mean we hopefully won't find out in a negative way. We'll just do it and then figure out, oh cool, we're getting everything, nice, and then move on with lives. So, a couple things. We have enough money. Jesus Christ, that's a new one. I've not seen that one before. Interesting, interesting. First, we head over here. We have a ton of money, so we can possibly turn both of our charms into... like both of the fragile charms into unbreakable ones. I don't think I'll use... I might use strength, who knows. I don't think strength is very good, like it's fine, it's a good little charm. But I think doing magic-based stuff is usually a little better. Good way to start the stream there, those. Ugh, disgusting. Give me the charm. I have another one for you. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, so fragile strength is pretty good. But I think doing magic stuff is usually overall better. So if we're doing like actually like a little sweaty combat-oriented stuff. Oh, 15,000. That is a lot of money. Ugh. Okay. Need to get a little bit more money. Well, we're gonna get some from the Colosseum, won't we? So I guess that works out reasonably well. But yeah, so for combat-focused stuff, I think doing magic is generally better than attack damage, although I tend to prefer attack damage stuff. But we'll figure it out. I probably want this. I think the extra range is just very handy. Technically, this is a really good charm, and I should probably be using it. I think Quick Focus is a pretty generically good one as well, because it just allows you to heal more over time. Like, you just get a couple extra opportunities to heal back up. You can try without first. I'm a little tempted to do Weaver Song and Grub Song, because I think they're cute. Like, Grub Song is nice, just like, oh, I get punched, I get some soul back, very nice. It's just handy, helps you stay topped off a little bit. And I like the Weaverlings, I think they're adorable, so them giving me soul from the synergy is also pretty nice. Like, for only 3 points, like, the damage is not great. There's also a slight downside with all the charms that actually go out and attack your foes for you, which is that you might try to bounce off an enemy, and then that enemy miraculously disappears into the void, because they got killed by your little minions. So that does happen sometimes, and then you take damage from trying to pogo off of something that has unfortunately disappeared. Okay, we can get a little bit more money from the Arcane Egg, but we also need to spend 3,000 for a final nail upgrade at some point. Where do we start? So, on the agenda today, let's sum it up a little bit. We have Colosseum, 2 and 3. We have boss refights. We need to do False Knight. We need to do Dung Defender. We need to do Soul Tyrant. Who else? I think that's it, pretty much, isn't it? So where do we start those? Let's do Colosseum first, fuck it. It's probably easiest to go from King Station, no? Let's have a look-see. Resting ground, elevator, and then climb up, or King Station and then climb up. King Station climbing up is probably easier. So let's do King Station. So if I recall correctly, the second Colosseum gives us the Pale Ore, which would allow us to upgrade our nail to maximum, and then the last one is just extra money, which is obviously still pretty good. Oh yeah, we also need to farm Hunter's Journal entries. I shouldn't completely forget about that. I can probably forget about that for a while, because we'll just be passively killing more shit while we go. I also learned today, coincidentally, that apparently you get more random essence drops the more you use the Dreamgate, because it's supposed to help you fill up your essence again, since Dreamgating actually costs 1 essence every time. So in order for you to not run out, they increase the drops that you get, like the chance of getting random essence drops, which is neat. Doesn't really matter, we're not gonna be farming anything like that. We're not gonna be sitting here like farming to whatever many essence you could possibly be getting. That's just a nice little detail that I learned today. I know there were, like, we went over the things we need to kill at the end of last stream. I know there were some of these guards in here, so that's why, or at least part of why I'm killing them. We're a little too high up. I needed to go out to the left over here. Yeah, may as well grab a couple of these guys whenever we go anywhere, really. Okay, and then I think it's up here, and then eventually we go over to the other side. Yeah. Was not paying attention to the watch. Let's just head over to the other side already. Actually, I think it's right here, isn't it? Yep. Okay. There is also, I keep forgetting this, because, hey, it's almost like it's 7 years ago when my main status of information for this game is. There is stuff over on the right side here that we have access to and haven't done. We can break 2 walls over here. I don't think there's that much behind here, so let's do that real quick. I remember that being like a weird little boss fight, not on this one, but on the top one. Like we go into a little side area that has like a mini boss fight. Oops. Someone fucking died, hell yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. This by a path, just for essence. Quick slash pretty good. So we have this here. That was louder than I expected. That kind of scared me. Another King's Idol. Very nice. Kinda crazy to think that we basically played the entire game with Fragile Greed equipped and I still don't actually have enough money to get all the things. I guess if I do keep it on and I do farm up the rest of the enemies that we need for the Hunter's Journal and we do the Colosseum and shit, we might end up having exactly enough, but it's still like surprisingly close. These don't break from attacking. Very good, gotcha. I remember doing this a single time and feeling like this fight was weirdly more annoying and easier to die in than it should be, given that it's just a guy that runs away from you. Which is probably mostly impatience. Oh. Fun fact, remember when I said last time the thing we turned into the Void Heart, the King's Charm thingy that we got from talking to the Queen and finding the King in the Light Palace? That thing generated soul for us just out of thin air. The Void Heart doesn't do that, even though it's like technically the upgrade and technically overriding it. Now, using the King's thingy would require like 6 charm notches, which is a crap ton, so it's not really practical, but technically we are now missing the opportunity to get infinite soul. And there might be niche situations where it might be better to do things before you turn it into a Void Heart. Simple key. Okay, I also wanted to look up where in the waterways that one path was that we haven't taken yet, and I think we need the simple key there. So this one that we just got here randomly, or as a reward for this little fight, isn't actually useless. Oh yeah, you probably can't even climb back out this way, can you? Oh, no, you can't. Never mind. quick refresh. Oh, bench is over here. Keep thinking the bench is on the other side, I don't know why. Okay. We did get this area added on the map as well, on the right side there. Very good. Alright. So we do need to pay money to open up the trials each. But that's not really a problem. We also get paid for them. Fight for Geo and a rare metal. Place a mark and begin the trials. Absolutely. Okay, so I remember the second one already being like a little tricky, but the real difficult one is the last one, obviously. I should try staying on top of the healing while I have the opportunity at the start here with not that much going on, so if I do take random bits of damage like that one, I should try to cover right away, because the waves only get more intense over time. Wow, you recovered very fast. I'm proud of you. Good man. Oh my god, we got an essence point, let's go. Primal Aspids. Oh, these guys, nice, we need to kill a couple of these. Oh, they chain reaction. They kill each other when one dies near the other, very good. Yeah, this one, or this section. It's pretty fun. I do like how much they're like changing the arena, it's not just like an open flat ground with a bunch of enemies randomly spawning. They keep mixing it up and involving a little bit of platforming and shit, which is good. Did need a couple of these guys dead as well. I think one large and a couple of small ones. I guess these are different varieties that look like the initial kill for the hunter, not the other one. Huh. Oh my god, it's a grub! Nice! We get a grub! You're not a grub! Further than I thought. Not a good time for that guy to spawn out above me. Oh, my bad. I was really trying for a second here. I figured maybe I could barely... Oh nice, that launches you if you're healing while that happens. Wait, we're full. Yeah, I figured I could maybe barely get a dash out right after the heal. You went upwards. That's crazy. Yeah, they do get knocked back, but it doesn't cancel their attack attempts, which is why they keep catching me off guard even though I hit them. Oh, you went right by the spawn. Nice. Well done. Oh, yeah, he swung too early. Even with the extended reach from Microfred. Oh, I did divert him there. He was charging down and then I smacked him to the right and he flew to the right. Nice. Even in the, like, I'm stinging something animation still. Alright, these guys. Do get some iframes from this as well. Yeah, I thought I could quickly get a slash and still jump. Maybe I could have avoided the better. Trying to do some sort of upwards nail art, which is not what that does. Oh, he's stuck so high in the ceiling that even the lower projectiles collided with the ceiling there, dude. Okay, these are unique to this fight, I think. And if I recall correctly, to finish off the Hunter's Journal, you have to kill more of them than you get in one run. Meaning you have to do this challenge twice. Oops. Yeah, we didn't get the Hunter's Journal conclusion there. We just got a God Tuner thing, I think that spoils that the fight is over. Yeah, fair enough. Money! Like around 2000, very nice. And our last pale ore. With that we can power up our nail to the maximum. Pay to open the Trial of the Fool. I think I will. I do feel like a bit of a fool. I do like the little Hollow Knight doll sticker needle thingy pinning it. Like, oh, you've done this one. Fight for Geo and the glory of being a fool. Okay, so obviously we should ideally go and upgrade our nail first, but I'm being a dumbass and not doing that, so here we go. Let's see if we can still make it. This one definitely used to give me some trouble whenever I did. There's not a lot of time between these waves either, so those hits that I'm eating are actually kind of bad. I tried to shoot him twice there, I only didn't even get the spell off, unlucky. I needed to use the quick spell thingy that Toto also likes using. I usually don't really care about too much. Yeah, but further back. You know what? I can just heal while you're flying over there. We should strategically take our opportunities when we get them. Yeah, stuck on the ceiling again. All the projectiles disappeared. Oh, not good. Figured there was gonna be one on this side as well. Oh, I should have dove into that one. Well, I didn't even see that one. Strong versions of these fuckers. Not great. And now in a more complicated room, so they actually get to hit us a little bit. Probably get a deal in here, very good. My Great Slash comboed with the Weaver Links actually on that guy essentially. very nice. Not that they're that tanky anyway. Yeah. Something at the perfect angle to be hard to deal with. I am being bad help. I almost got hit by every single one of their attacks there. Primal aphids. Aspids. Whatever the fuck. Whoa. Good job, guy. Oh my lord, I'm playing like shit. I should have gone through him rather than away from him, my bad. Aww. I was having a pretty decent season series there of things. Oh yeah, right, there are you guys in the arena, so I can farm our kill counter here. Very good. Long break for us to heal, thank you again. Oops. I was too lazy to dodge there, for some reason I thought, nah, he's not gonna hit me this time. For no well-explained reason aside from gibberish. It's fake Umu. So these are some of the enemies where charge attacks actually feel really good because you usually only get like 1 or 2 hits on them, if at all. So being able to do more damage when you only have very few opportunities is nice. Doesn't feel particularly good to use though, and they are still pretty fragile overall, so you don't really need the charge attacks for that, but this is probably the spot where I use them the most. I am bad. Just gonna say you're basically dead. I could have gone higher there and avoided the flying guy as well. Oh yeah, right, you do the weird side swipe thingy if I did. I thought you were only shooting. There are all the body parts on the ground. That would have actually walled me with that shade cloak. Speaking of walls. I really like that one, that's tricky. Hit me from the side though. Oh, from downtown. Cut that up. No. Fucked up mechanically, I'm okay. No, I thought it would get knocked down far enough. I needed to just dash afterwards. Fuck. Ugh. Okay, I played the aerial part absolutely horrifically there. We can do this though, probably. Alright. Attempt number 2. I was just not deep enough in the room when I could. Whoa, that reached. Not bad. I was glued to the ground for a little bit too long for travel. I should have just swung again. I thought you were gonna die from that for some reason. Oops. Nice, I walked right into that projectile. That fucking second shot was so fucking quick. Oops, what am I doing? I feel like I'm getting worse. Maybe a little bit of lack of patience. It's probably gonna happen a lot in Godhome. As I had mentioned before, the more endurance run style of trials and challenges and shit is not really my preferred way of going about things usually. So we're gonna just hang out up here for a moment while that madness happens. What? Was he invincible there still? Or did the hit splash knock him? Although you should have done one shot then. No, they just don't get one-shot from that, fair enough. Oh yeah, right, earlier we only one-shot them when the Weavers hit them right after him. My bad. That makes sense. Let's see if we can deal with these guys a little bit better this time. That was a ton cleaner. Probably a more reasonable order in avoiding these ones. Wow. Again, I keep thinking when I knock them back like that, their attack itself should also cancel, but they don't actually give a shit. They just get knocked back and they're like, yeah, I'll still hit you, that's fine. Maybe I should just always upspell whenever there's a fucking aspect on the screen. Immediately go full panic mode to end the thing. I think that's in general something that keeps getting me hit in this game, is when I expect people to stagger when I hit them and knock them back. Like, knockback where enemies get moved around but they don't actually stagger and their attack is uninterrupted is what causes most of my grief, I think. Like, same with the Mantis guys. You hit them in the air, they bounce backwards, and then they still attack anyway. Because just being hit and pushed around doesn't stop their attack. Oh, good to dash out of there, nice. Almost full. I almost walked into that guy for no reason. not Umu. Oh yeah, this not jumpable wall is also a little cheeky. Some good movement up to that point. Right. Oh, I thought maybe you died from that. I don't know why I thought that, since you're actually relatively healthy. Oh, I thought I would jump to the side. Looked like I was going in my direction a little bit. Here we're getting assault from little guys hitting this guy, or hitting these enemies, even though I usually can't hit them. Sweet! They're farming for me. Oh my god, Weaver value, let's go! Okay, this is the hard part. I'm gonna try focusing less on hitting and more on just not getting hit, I think. I say immediately, not following my own idea there. Oh, good angle for them. Oh, really? Dude, this fucking guy has had some insane snipes. Whoa, he had the perfect angle despite being shot away. Okay. Better. Wow. That was a fucking wall of idiots. Very good. Hey, you were stuck to nothing there, I saw that. You can't fool me. Which is unfortunate because I guess that's kind of the point. And coming to watch out there. Ah. God damn it. You survived the E-Dark in the corner with my Virulings there as well? Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, I was gonna say I didn't remember this, but that's not entirely true actually. I remember being surprised by this before. I barely touched you there. Oh, you also reload. Very good. Yeah. Second try is not bad. Didn't even fully upgrade our nail. Okay, anything else in here while we're here? I don't think so. I think we're done. Yeah! Yeah, I agree. Fucking some energy up in here. Right, dog? Hello, hello. Okay, we have the money to get the final charm now. Not that we desperately need it, but still. We can go to Lem and turn in a couple of these relics that we have. Let's quickly have the rest over here. I wanna get rid of some of the shit. Let's put this back on while we're still loose ending. I don't know. Let's do this, I guess. Doesn't really matter too much. Okay, so we want to find the thing in the waterways that I missed last time. Which we can also do from here pretty well, because we just go down the elevator shaft and then over to the left. So we go to Lem, we turn in the money, we go to the nailsmith, upgrade our weapon to maximum. Oh right, we're downstairs, not upstairs. That makes sense. Right, there's a platform here, I forgot. Hey, I slid off the side there. Oh right, I forgot that they attacked you. God damn it. It is very silly. Kinda wish they didn't do that. Yeah, turn the music back on. Nice. Boom. Again, some of these guys I think we still needed. Some of the guards dudes and some javelin guys I think it was as well. Yeah, I think there's more of you on our hit list. Was there another of you guys on the list as well? I don't remember. Wise man would prepare for a stream like this and just write down what they need to do. I am not a wise man. If I claim to be one, it surely means that I don't know. So we needed 15k for the charm, which we have, but we also need 3k for the nail upgrade, so I hope we have just enough relics that we can turn in. Probably not quite, but maybe. That this actually works out, numbers-wise. There's hope at least. Possibly the last relic turn-in session.
Velmi Arfred. War's son? Yeah, Velmi Arfred. Kachael Liasoka. Helma Delka.
Kinda wish there was an acknowledgement of the game to go like, okay, it seems like you found all of the relics. Like, it would obviously be a little odd if he just knew that was the last of them and you have found all of the everything. Like, he couldn't really know. But some sort of way for the game to go like, yeah, this was it, this was the last one or something would be nice. Kinda like how with the grubs, their, like, situation changes. Like, you go back to the room and things have happened, or like even just when you come in there you get the last of the rewards and everything. Let me check something. Okay. Slowly creeping our way up towards the money we need. Oh yeah, we have this guy's quest as well.
Ranjo's danger.
Fine metal dot. Sure, have 3 pale ore and... Oh wait, it's 4,000 for the upgrade. Fuck, we definitely don't have enough money. God damn it.
Jonsha.
I'll get to work done.
Garadel Akari.
Forging is done. Your nail is much stronger than it used to be, as strong as it could ever be. In only your weapon have I seen such potential. Finally, I behold the majesty of a pure nail. To think this moment has come upon me so soon, I must step outside a moment. I didn't remember the footstep noises, it's pretty funny. So we have in our inventory now the pure nail, ultimate weapon of Hallownest, crafted to perfection. This ancient nail reveals its true form. Hello. The pure nail forged, my work in this lifetime comes to an end. My only remaining desire is to see and feel the nail strike true. I beg you, cut me down as my final moment in life. I want to taste the blade's exquisite edge. After all this time, all this toil, haven't I earned it? Well, he doesn't have a mind or anything, so... I think we can interpret that as him having lost his mind, so we shall not strike down the nailsmith. I shall not heed your request, sorry mate. You get to enjoy life a little bit longer. And that's just not just a for fun little choice, that actually has a tiny little bit of an effect. For when we next return, he will have moved on. But first I'm gonna try to go down here to get to a bench. I think there should be one. Actually, is there even one here? There isn't one, right? It's only the slightly more annoying one to get to over there. Don't really want to go through this room again, but we do have to kill some of these guys again anyway, so may as well. Or a platforming cube is back. Hey, I swear I... Oh, you actually stay here. I thought you were gonna still turn around. Need. I thought he was gonna, like, hit the wall and then turn around. So I would just sit there and keep swinging until he leaves. But he had other plans. Really? I don't know that matter. Let me catch up, maybe one day. That's Drew Langlois Grow? Wait, what? Sorry? I probably haven't. At least I have no clue what you're talking about, sorry. Right, nice chat. Hello. Hit enter too fast, I hate when I do that. I tend to be the kind of idiot that rewrites his messages like 15 times before sending. So, whenever I accidentally hit enter too fast, I'm like, fuck, wait, no. I want to take back. I'm not done. Seen that Drew Langlois Grow animation. The nailsmith asking you to kill him with his perfect nail kind of reminds me of that. Sorry, I still have no idea who that is and what you're talking about. So, nope, I have not. There should be one more over here, right? regular flukes and there's no big one anymore. Nope, just regular enemies, no big ones anymore. Okay. Oh right, you come back to life. Okay, journal. How far along are we with these? We have encountered 151 out of 153. 2 of these are... Wait, no. Do the refights show up here? Huh, interesting. Maybe not. Maybe they do, who knows. Okay, we have heavy fools, so we need to do the Colosseum again. Any of them, I think, for that one. Sturdy fool, shielded fool, oblobble. Yeah, we need to do the medium one again, so we can kill a third of these, which only show up in a duo in the medium Colosseum, which is a little silly in my opinion. One more of these guys. That should happen automatically. A couple more of these. These were not in the arena, so we have to go to the Queen's Gardens for that. Couple hive, yeah, multiple hive guys though. Some of these from the Ancient Basin, so we do have to return there after all. Some of these from Deep Nest, 9 of them is actually quite a lot, and then farming Forgotten Crossroads because... Oh, we killed 5, we needed 6. Maybe one of these shows up in the... Yeah, these show up in the medium arena, so we'll get that one done for free, but these 2 we have to actually go farm. Ugh. You weren't? It's very strange. I'll save the link for later, thank you. I'll not do that while on stream. But yeah, I'll give that a look later. Soul Twister, one more of these. These were not in the medium one, so we'll have to actually go and find one and kill one. 1 Land Sentry, 4 heavy ones. And then some Fungal Waste enemies. Oh yeah, a lot of shit still. Ugh. Okay, whatever. Wait, I wanted to see the guy for the area that we're currently in. And I missed exactly that one. Somehow, somewhere. It's not you. Fluke Manga, that one. Yeah, okay, we're done with these. Very good, we can leave. I generally don't mind these, like, hey, kill a bunch of every one of the enemies in the game sort of tasks. I think that's fine. But I do mind when it's in an awkward spot like the Colosseum. The fact that you have to finish a second Colosseum run for the medium difficulty just to get to kill enough of that enemy type is a little silly in my opinion. That feels a little awkward. Doesn't this connect upwards? Am I stupid? This looks like it connects. Oh, it connects here. Somewhere, maybe? We'll just go around. Oh, here. Okay, fair enough. Okay, rested. Let's go up and out here. Still need 2 shots for this. Surprising. We left some money here. How dare we? I wonder how many of those little slightly hidden money rocks and stuff I've missed. Probably quite a few. Don't think they give like completion percentage or anything, so I probably have never found all of them ever. Okay, so since we have rested, we can go chat to the Nailsmith again, if he's still there. I think he should have moved on by now. Oh yeah, we need to kill some of these guys as well. Good thing I noticed that guy. So a quick look around them, see if there's more of them. So yeah, don't really mind grinding out some of these, but the awkward to get to ones or in very out of the way places are a little silly. I feel like if you do like full clear something like the Colosseum, you should get enough that you don't have to redo it just for the purpose of like getting the completion count thingy, like the Hunter's Journal thing. There's also a couple of those, which I think we also need. So that's good. He's gone. And he's not here either. Okay, he has moved on. Very good. Now, we can actually find out where he goes to. I don't know if there's even a clue. But we do coincidentally know of an NPC that has also moved on from their previous goal in life and sought like a new passion to pursue, like a new art, so to speak. Which is the nail master that taught us one of the nail arts, the one that started picking up painting instead. And was having a great time with that. And that is also where we can find our blacksmith. Which is cool. Can check in with him later and make sure everything is fine. So I don't remember exactly where this connecting passage is that I'm thinking of, so I just have to wander around a little bit and explore. Oh yeah, right. We don't need more egg. Wait, don't I? No, never mind. I thought there was something you could do with him, I don't remember. So I want to stick to the northeast, generally speaking, so since that's a dead end, we'll go down here and then continue sticking northeast in the next room. And hopefully we find the connection I'm looking for, if that thing even exists and I'm not just making shit up. But I feel like we were mostly there and I just didn't commit to finishing off that path at the time. It might be this one, actually. No, this is the Dung Defender himself, actually. Dung Defender Actual. Surely it's not in the room just before the Dung Defender, that would be a little silly. Surely it's correct to continue exploring over here. Like, there's a passage into the background here somewhere, like a little door we can enter in some location. And I cannot remember where exactly it is, but I feel like that's one of the things we've missed. Because I distinctly remember going in here when we first explored the waterways, and then turning around and going like, no, we're not doing that right now, because I wanted to finish off the actual progression thing we were doing at the time. I feel like we're moving further away from where my brain wants to place it though, so I'm probably already past it. It's a little bit of a shame. If it does end up being in the Dung Defender arena, that works out as well, because we have to go there anyway for the refight, so that would be no problem whatsoever. Okay, I don't... It is actually on the other side, isn't it? It's even drawn on the map there, I just didn't notice. Very good, okay. It's over here by Isma's Grove. Probably not through exactly here. But somewhere to the northeast. Oops. Further up. Have we been here and done that? I feel like we have. Where does this lead? Is this what I'm looking for? I thought it was a background passage that I was looking for, but this could also be it, since I can't quite place this right now. Oh yeah, we've been here, definitely. Yeah, this leads us out of here into Kingdom's Edge, fair enough. Was it just to the right? Probably was just here, wasn't it? Yep, this is what I was thinking of. Let's see if I was correct. Yep, I hear her. Very good. Okay. So this very same creature is Eternal Emilitia. She is apparently immortal, and she is not affected by the infection and everything. She's just fine, and she's having a fucking wonderful time watching everyone die around her. Like, she's actually having... Like, she's just fucking insane, basically. She's just having her love. Which, yeah, good for her, I suppose. So with that, we have opened this door as well. I thought this needed a key, so I was wrong about that, which means this key is used for something else. Oh, EG, right, we never opened the door to EG in Dartmouth, that makes sense. Okay, so that's that done as well. Neat, okay, that's another loose end to it. Well, we are in the City of Tears, we should probably go for the Lurian fight, yes, the Soul Master Assault Tyrant fight. Okay, that's the Javelin dude's dealt with, very good. I think this is the shortest path, but I'm not entirely certain. Weird camera jerk there. Oh wait, this connects all the way to the bottom again. And then this leads where exactly? I fucking should consult the map, but I won't. Stubborn. Oh, there's Bench. Bench is a good start. Okay, fuck it. All the way to the right and then up, not down, so I was almost there. I'm gonna kill this guy again. Just gonna go past this fella because he's a little bit on the tanky side. Wait, this is... I am actually just going to the Dreamer. I'm not going for the... Oh my god, I psyched myself out by thinking, oh yeah, we're doing the Lurian refight, and then, oh wait, no, that's not where we're going for the Soul Master, I told myself, and then I wandered towards Lurian anyway, because apparently, for some reason, that is something my brain does. Wait, I should check while I'm here if there is a Watcher Knight refight, like some sort of powered up version of Watcher Knights, because who knows what Godhome has added to this video game. Okay, I don't see any indication of one. I can't really enter anyone's streams here. Okay, good. Just making sure. I didn't expect that, but since I did wander here for no apparent reason, I might as well take advantage of that and see if there's something I missed. Or I didn't know about rather. Goodbye, children. Hey, welcome back, children. Yeah, we can just cross to the left here. Right. All right. Is there a second bench in here? No, it's just the one by the entrance. So I should actually no, never mind, it's a dream fight, so we get to retry as many times as we want right there and then. Should also be able to pretty much almost immediately go to the very top here. That's our last of those guys for the Hunter's Lord, very nice. I teleport, and then I die. Imagine having the power of teleportation and magic and bullshit, and then all you do with that is just teleporting around a couple of times, getting smacked like 2-3 times total, and then dying. You could have done anything with your life. Imagine being able to teleport, that would be so sick. And instead you just hang out here and then die. Okay, so we go back down here. And we find this corpse glowing, and we get a refight. We have to go upwards for this one, which makes it a little annoying. It shouldn't be so bad. Let's just do this first try or something, and then we'll be fine. Oh yeah, right, it steals your attack charge. Doing that cutscene right, these are much higher. I'm still single jump them. I am bad. What am I fucking doing? Should stop jumping for no reason so much. It's just getting me killed. I should still dash to try and get there sooner. Fuck up. I don't know why I thought that was a good plan. Oops. Knocked myself back down into the projectile, very good. I keep doing that where I position myself directly below him and then think I can iframe through that, which I cannot because I'll just go to the other side of him. Trying to get some extra damage in. Oh, he died to a Weaverling, that's pretty funny. Do I have time for a heal? I do for one. I am bad. Oh, I thought this was the last one. Ooh. And that is like what, 200? 300. Very good. Okay, so that is this guy done. What else are we doing? I guess we could now go Dung Defender refight as well while we're in the area. It's not as neatly in the area as this one was, but it's just not so bad either. Since we were just running around a bunch in the sewers anyway, may as well commit and get it over with. Don't remember what the fastest way out of here is. Probably over here somewhere. Probably not over here somewhere actually. Very dead guy this time. No suspicious glowing. And with that, I think we're basically out already. Can we go? No, we cannot. I have to take this out of there. I think I actually want to go down here rather than up. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That looks like we have to actually send the elevator. Oh, wait, I want to kill that guy. The hunter tells me to. I must obey. No mind to think after all. I am bad. I knew what that was gonna look like too. It was just slow to react. Okay, so we went there pretty quickly by just holding top right basically, so let's do that as well. Actually, we had to go down one level first. Then afterwards, top right seemed to go pretty quick. So we'll just do that again. Doma. There you are. Sleeping Beauty. Okay, so next on our hit list, Dung Defender Refight. This one is a little tricky sometimes. Didn't think it would take place in the White Palace, that's kind of funny. So far most of it is just he's much faster than before. You can hypothetically infinitely juggle in there if you know what you're doing. I do not know what I'm doing, so I cannot. Oh, that reached. Why? I forgot. Oh, I walked under him. Friends in that one. Well, I forgot that went far. Right, is it that last time as well? Maybe a second try, still charming. He has a lot more health than I expected, so I'll try to use magic a little more aggressively and burn him down. I don't really find many opportunities to heal during this, so doing damage with magic is probably the way to go. I dashed instinctively. Distance, but I needed to wait and dash for iframes. Oops, I walked into it. I'm surprised he doesn't do 2 damage over there. I thought all the little fights that did. I think I have to respect him after he comes out in case he does this attack, and if I get too close, I can't avoid it intentionally. What? Mistimed. Hey, I dodged one, let's go. Wondering why I was staying in the corner, I was going to do the face transition, that makes sense. I walked into him. I am terrible at timing that. What the fuck? Oh, there we go. Oof. And his dream of the other knights, or of just the 5 knights, I guess, fades away. Unlucky. My friends, I will protect our dear kingdom. Have faith in me. We will all meet again, I promise it. 2,400. That's the next breakpoint. Okay, so that is that refight done. We're not super far from the resting grounds, but I also have my teleporter there, so we can just go there and turn in the essence we just got. So let's go do that. Why not? Wait, what? How did my teleport cancel that? Maybe my keyboard is alt and dying. Or rather, it definitely is alt and dying. But maybe that was actually to blame for a change. Greetings, Mothmate. Truly are the wheel of my tribe so long dreamed of. Off you go, Sierra. So they can also move on from their tribe's bullshit. Worshipping the Radiance. Terrible choice. Okay, next on our list of things to wrap up, we have False Knight. And I think that's it, isn't it? Well, farming the kills for the Hunter's Journal, I suppose. Well, we're going to the crossroads, so I may as well do that there, or start doing that there. Oops. Thank you for two-shotting perfect now. Yes, otherwise I was about to get hurt. Cannot stop myself from swinging at the Explodey boys. I see Explodey boy, I even identify him very briefly as like, oh, you should probably not swing at that, and then my impulse to just swing at enemies is stronger. I immediately blow myself up. Terrible fate. Okay, so over here we have this sleeping homie, and we can do our False Knight refight. I remember this one also being pretty tough. We're going down. How far do we have to go? Not that far, maybe? Oh, I'm going around the wrong way, I think. Well, let's just first try him so we don't have to figure out how to efficiently get him. Ah, right, he swings a lot faster. why he just does it twice in a row. He did that earlier, so I just for some reason didn't think he would do it again. I'm a little surprised that he even still has that phase where he just makes the rocks fall, because compared to the shockwaves, that's a very, very, very weak attack to deal with. I jumped over it. Knocked him out of the arm. Alas. It's the strength to protect the others. When I saw that knight sleeping safe in a big armored shell, it wasn't madness that drove me to it, I just wanted it. But in the end, if strength cannot save you, then what can? That is a good question. Well, according to the presets of Zod the Mighty, you should fight strength with strength, so you were doing the right thing. Like, when strength wasn't enough, then you should have just used more strength. Anyway. We can buy Celubra's Blessing, which hurts me a little bit because it's more money down the drain. Actually down the drain too, because that's not exactly a very useful thing to have, but I guess neither is upgrading the charms early, so it is on brand. So we can't go straight down here, we have to go around. So Bango was complaining, the infected version of the Crossroads has two barricades. Looking at the map, we have the like right south of us, next to the bench and the stag. There's a barricade that prevents us from going directly south here. And by the night fight that we just did, over like in the middle where it has that little horn thingy in the background, we also cannot go west. So for some reason there's two blockades there through the infection. Now, I agree on paper that I don't quite get, or I find them very arbitrary and very weird little blockades. They don't really affect the game all that much. It's just like, no, this path is now blocked for no well-explained reason. I don't quite agree with Bango's ire about it though, because I think Bango just doesn't realize that you can also go around over on this side, and this path is not blocked, so you just go like one room over to the right, and ta-da, you can still access the same shit basically in the same amount of time and almost in the same number of rooms, just one more basically to go through. And I don't really see that as like a big deal or a big problem, even if the blockades are otherwise pretty useless. So now we're in the same room that we were locked off from earlier. So it is like pretty arbitrary and essentially just random that for some reason these doors are locked, or these passages are locked, but I don't consider it that big of a deal, I suppose. Okay, we rest, and since we have all the charms, Celubra will be very happy. Wait. Oh, I have one charm currently given to What's-Her-Face in Dartmouth, so I can't actually get it right now because we technically don't have it with us. I forgot about that, that's pretty funny. Well, I guess we're just farming some enemies for a bit to get some money and finish the Hunter's Journal. There's that guy done. There's a couple enemies through here as well that are usually pretty quick to grab, so let's do that. What I should do is make a list real quick of all the enemies per area that we're looking for. So I'm not wasting too much time. And we actually get to do this in a reasonably fast pace. Oh, I see. The maximum number of encounters also increased through the optional fights. We were missing 3 of them. I think we were at 151 out of 153. And we are now at 152 out of 154. So I think the total number also just increased by doing secret optional fights. Interesting. Okay, let's just start at the top, I suppose. That should make it the easiest. So we're missing Leaping Husk, Husk Bully, Husk Warrior, Husk Guard. So these were mostly available in the Crossroads before we turned this into the Infected Crossroads. The Warrior is still here. We can farm that guy pretty easily. Leaping Husk is gonna be a little more annoying. I don't remember where to best get these, so I should probably quickly Google them. There are still 3 in the Infected Crossroads. There's also 3 in the Howling Cliffs. They are... I killed one over here earlier, apparently. And then 2 on the other side of the elevator. So we'll just continue going this way. For now. Enemies here? Or can we just fly through? We can just fly through, very good. Now we know for the future. Can't fly through here, lest we get trapped by the elevator, and then there should be 2 of these guys. 1, and then probably 1 down here. Okay, we finished off some other guy. There's another one of them. So we should now be at 12 for those. Yeah. We finished the bullies. Warriors, we have to specifically farm Husk Guards. Where do I find those now in this version of the Crossroads? Husk Guard. Oh, is it just the one in the top right corner that's remaining? Yeah, okay. That is a little bit more annoying. We only need 3, so it shouldn't be too bad, but still. He's a smidge tedious. I'm just gonna kill these as well while we're here, in case any of these are missing, and we also need some money, so that works out. It's not like it's really costing us any time. So for the guard, we do want to go all the way to the north. Oops, wrong room. Go up here. This works out because we also have to kill warriors, and there are warriors in the room to the left here. At least one. Oh, it's not this room actually. What's in here? Anyone? Nobody. It's one. Higher up, it's at the top of this vertical hallway. Yep, definitely need to kill some of those. Okay. I wonder if it's fastest to get here from Dirtmouth actually, just jumping down the well and then flying to the right. Because we need to go all the way over here. But then I'm not farming the warriors and shit at the same time. Could place a dream gate here maybe. Or we place a dream gate by a bench and then rest after we've killed people. But damn it. Cannot stop myself from swinging at them. Every time. This is the temple. stop. Will not stop. Okay, rest of this room is empty. There's something we need to kill into the room to the left here, but we actually get that guy over in the Colosseum, so we don't need to worry about that right now. Oh, I should spend my money real quick. Get my charm back, then we have the full 40 again, and we can get the last one from, or the blessing from Salubra. Sure, have 15,000 money then, why not? In fairness, this charm is pretty good that we're getting. This might actually be worth a reasonable amount of money. It's just that you don't really need these to be unbreakable. The upgrade is only really for peace of mind and not really particularly useful for anything. We should probably be a little bit less silly and actually use stuff like that to make things go a little faster. I want the Geoswarm still. We don't really have... Fuck it, I'll leave the Compass on for now, why not? And then we put on Sprint Master just so we move a little bit faster. Then we have Egg. Afterwards we have room with some enemies. I still managed to dash into the explosion already. Just patient enough this time. Yup. Fragile Strength is one of the charms of all time. I guess these are very early game enemies. They look like a little bit bigger and intimidating, but they are something you're expected to go very early on. Oop. Gather around then if you want. Okay, that's the warriors done. I think we might be done with these variations here, the exploding ones and the tall dudes that throw infection at you. Definitely not done with the regular leaping husks though. Back to this room, number 1. Oops. Oh, I'm out of soul, that's why I can't spell. Makes sense. That is how game works. Okay. Just got an email notification on my phone, don't mind me. Then we end our little run over by Salubra. We'll go downstairs here real quick. Surely we're done with these guys by now. Okay, so now everyone's back. We'll go back upstairs, kill the fucking guard dude. By Salubra's blessing. Now we have everything from her. Blessing for you. With your excessive patronage and those startlingly good looks, you've more than earned it. Our well-deserved, well-earned reward. Even the reward music is a little questionable with this. Those blessed are followed by beauty and love. All things we can all do with. Okay, so what this does is if we're resting at a bench, Salubra shows up and sprinkles soul on us to refill our soul bar. Normally we don't automatically get our soul back just from resting, but with the blessing, we now recover soul while resting as well, essentially. It is basically completely useless. Like, not literally useless, it does technically do something, but it's also not really something that you're ever gonna actively notice too much, I think, so... It is, for all intents and purposes, pretty fucking useless. But it is funny. And we want all of the things, and so we got all of the things. Are there more guys over here? Am I missing something important? Oh, the second of these jumping dudes is over here. Whoops. I forgot about that guy when we were last here. Unlucky. So we're gonna go all the way back up again, and then we'll figure out how close we are to finishing. I think this will be the last of the big guys that we're killing up here. We killed enough of the night dudes. We only missed these leaping husks down here, definitely. Those I remember distinctly. Everything else we might be able to be done with at this point. Or we might just be done with, rather. Be able to be done with, yes. England is definitely joining the chat today. It is pretty impressive that even if my nail is strong enough to literally one-shot their entire life, they can still block it like normal. No worries, no bother whatsoever. This is the world Souls players want, just being able to block anything at no cost. Okay, so that is Husk done. What are we missing? Leaping Husk, 7 more. We got 3 at a time in that corner in the bottom right. That's not terrible. And then we're done with the crossroads, maybe? The infected stuff shows up down here somewhere. Here. This thing we get in the Colosseum, definitely, so we don't have to go farm that. And all the other guys are gone. Okay, yeah, so it's only the leaping ones in the corner down by Celebro. I think if we quit out, actually, we should reset to the bench at her place. Which should make this a little faster. Saves us a return trip. I'm gonna place my gate here, so we can just reset here. And off we go. Why is everything dead? Well, this guy isn't dead, so that's good. Oh, I should take off Fragile Greed, because I think we no longer need money. I think we genuinely have managed to buy everything now. Steel's Thrower in this morning, don't forget Crossroads because it cancelled again. Huh, maybe my keyboard is really dying. Sorry, Steel's Thrower in this morning, don't forget Crossroads, get an extra health point going well so far. Wonder what weirdness will end it. I think you'll be fine. As long as you actually like prepare for what's coming up. Like if you have a general idea of what the fights will look like and how you're gonna approach them, you should overall be fine. It's a little like the flower quest. It's more about like routing and knowing what's coming up, rather than mechanical stuff, mostly. Obviously, there are some parts in the game that are actually difficult, but as long as you're willing to use the strong stuff in the game, and you're willing to gather it before doing the hard stuff, that usually cancels out pretty nicely. So like Watcher Knights, for example, I don't know if you're planning to only do the short one, or if you're trying to full complete it, but Watcher Knights is the main roadblock for the short version of that run. Because that's the only like major boss fight that's in the way of completing the game, and then the Hollow Knight himself, obviously. But if you're willing to get most of the useful shit before Watcher Knight, like if you're getting upgrades, if you're using Shaman Stone, in general, if you're willing to use a bunch of magic, you should probably be fine. Things die pretty quickly if you're going offensively in this game. Fragile Strength is really nice, because you can't afford to die anyway, so you have no downside to using it. Okay, that is this guy done. How to grab everything quickly. Yeah, it's like a soft speedrun type thing. Which is cool. Okay, so that is everything for the Crossroads done. Next on our hit list, we have some 17 Moskin. 2 of these volatile ones, we'll just get those passively, I think. Then a bunch of these plant shooty things, 2 chargers, 2 knights. And then a couple of these. That shouldn't be too bad. Cool, exploring the map, so I guess it's 100% for me? Hell yeah. Yeah, I went by the achievements, and I think there's an achievement for just doing any successful run. And I don't remember if there's an achievement for even doing like a true ending run. But I remember back when I did that, I started with just like, okay, I'll just do the any % run. I think I wanted to combine it with the 5-hour clear or whatever the speedrun timer is. Or like the speed challenge. More quick timers, because it's actually not that long of a route, realistically. So I think if you're doing Steel Soul plus the short speedrun, or like the quicker of the 2 speedrun challenges, that works out generally pretty well. Because you're not really planning to stick around super long anyway at the start. And also, if you're thinking about it in terms of like permadeath and time invested and then losing the run and all that sort of shit, then losing a 5-hour run is way less draining than losing a run where you're trying to do everything. So that comes together pretty nicely. Okay, I should do this. Just so we're a little faster, and I'm gonna also Google again Mossy Vagabond, I think it was, that we mostly needed. Where we find the highest concentration of these. It's not Mossy Vagabond, fuck, which ones were there? Journal, it was just Moskin, okay, fair enough, that's a little simpler. Moskin. Are significantly rarer than their volatile variant. Love that. Love that for everyone involved. Oh, directly outside the hunters are actually 2 of them. That's kind of funny. So we'll just walk over to the hunter and kill everything on the way, and then we'll figure out how much we're missing. By the way, you probably weren't here at the start. I saw Yuki get an achievement earlier, and like when I started Hollow Knight, it said that Yuki had gotten an achievement, and I was mousing over it. He got the achievement for leaving Zod to die, which is pretty funny because of 2 reasons. One, only like 7 or something % of players have that achievement, so nobody wants to leave Zod to die, which is pretty funny in my opinion. And also, another thing that kind of struck me as like, damn, I'm old and I played this game a very long time ago, was that I earned that achievement when I was doing all the achievements, and that was in 2018. That was literally 7 years ago that I was doing my Hollow Knight completion stuff with the Steel Soul run and everything. It's a long ass time. Okay, we did the Moss Knights, that was pretty quick and easy. We got 1 of the volatiles that we needed. But yeah, I think the only real annoying stuff is gonna be the Mosskin. These ones, I think, actually. This should be the last of your kind. Yep, very good. Do we need more of these? I don't think so, I think I got that before. Give you a quick little flash. Well, let's go down here. I think there's just generally a couple enemies for us to slay on the way. Oh, we're also getting our other Mossy Charger in here, I think. Just out here rampaging through everything. Must kill everything. The hunter demands it. Okay, we need to kill like 7 of those plants, I think. Did you disappear in time? Wait, you're not even what I'm looking for. Alright then. Goes to Fog Canyon, so we're a little too low. Where are we? Here. I wanna be... Oh, I'm a little bit too far south in general. I needed to go right way earlier. Shouldn't be too hard to get back up there. All the mobility in the world. Here we are, there's the hunter. And there's 2 of these guys and 1 spawn, which is nice. I now need access to a bench nearby. I guess the closest one is just right below in the side room. So I guess our path will be something like climbing up from down here. After we bench, so we bench, then we kill the spitting things, and then we climb up. Kill the Moskin vagabonds, or Moskin rather. Why do I always want to call them vagabonds? What's wrong with me? I don't think I need you guys, but may as well. Okay, 3 more of you done. There's only 1 more plant we need, I think. I think we needed 7. Oops. Okay. Are there any other in the area? I had the map open a second ago. Let me double check. There's 1 in the room above here, which should be pretty easy to get to as well. And we needed like 17 of these or something. So may as well try to gather as many as we can in one go. Make this a little bit less painful. Should be around here somewhere. Looks like they were just in the middle of this room. Can't find them. Has the wiki lied to me? Did I accidentally kill it off screen with a fireball or something? Oops. No, it's supposed to be pretty much like around here. Maybe you're below here and you just died forever. I could probably Dreamgate down by the bench. Oh, where am I going? I need to go left. Have you ever bothered to do this silly fill out the Hunter's Journal grind? Press the button until this is not happening. Okay, good. No more spitting plants, so we can just go straight north. Did that again? Hell yeah. I don't mind it all that much overall, but I do think that some of them are a little silly. Oh, I forgot this Euro. Oh, this Euro rather. Some of them are a little silly. Like, I don't like that there are things in the Colosseum that you have to specifically just start another Colosseum fight for that you otherwise can't get. I need that lore. Oh yeah, true. That also. Yeah, there's supposed to be one here according to the map. Maybe this guy disappears if you cut down this plant thingy. Maybe this blocks his spawn point or something. Okay. Off we go. So we only get 2 each run. Build enough at the Colosseum for that not to be a problem. No, like the boss of the second version of the Colosseum spawns, or like are 2 of these large fly thingies that shoot out projectiles. And the hunter wants you to kill 3 of them, so even if you do fail, unless you fail halfway through the final fight, which would be absolutely tragic on paper, but then actually a blessing in disguise because you have to do it again anyway. But yeah, unless you happen to have exactly that situation where you kill 1 and then die to the second one, which again would be a blessing in disguise, you do have to actually redo that fight, unfortunately. Fight them in Godhome. Yep, that makes sense. See, that's 2018 me, not planning ahead for Godhome being a thing. And having to actually manually redo the Colosseum. I'm probably gonna end up redoing the second Colosseum fight anyway, because we need a lot of the regular guys in there as well. And I don't know if they're gonna show up in Godhome in some way. Quickly make sure we're actually killing the right thing. We're not anywhere near that yet, like near the kill number. We needed quite a few, but that's good. 4 more, nice. So that's 2 more resets. Anything else in here? 6 of these. There's a room with like a million of them, so we can get that in one go, and then we're done with the green path area. Very nice. Okay, so 2 more runs in here. You never notice how easily you influenced you are as a person until you see one of your friends just start a game that you really like on Steam, and you go like, man, I really could go for that game as well. Yeah, sure, why not? Okay, it's been at least like a year or something since I last played it. I could go for a little bit of that. Or like they stream something that you're also into, and you're like, man, I'm gonna go play that. Bango plays Hollow Knight, here I am sitting playing Hollow Knight. Roofer's been doing some Legend of Grimrock too. Here I am thinking, hey, I could do some more Grimrock. Sure, it's been a while. We could do some Grimrock. Grimrock is fun. Oops, I don't have Soul. I wondered why nothing came out when I pressed the button. Okay, so the funny room that we need to be in is over to the southwest. Speaking of Soul, let me just quickly charge up. So we do need to go 1 lower, and then we just stick to the left side. To get all the Godhome stuff, we just have to basically kill all the stuff in the Godhome, right? Like, we just do the challenges that they present. There's no, like, extra, like, mini-quest or something you have to do to get completion there. Like, just do the various refights and under the various challenge conditions, I assume. Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, we need something to get some soul off of. It's probably gonna be a little hard to come by in this very room. Oh fuck, I also wanted to go to the Nail Master. See if the blacksmith has moved in yet, which I expect he should. Oh, I should have the Weaverlings with Grubsong on. They can probably get soul from the bouncy husk dudes without actually killing them. Oh, I can also just do this. There. Soul acquired. Soul of the mind, key to life's ether. Soul of the lost, withdrawn from its vessel. There we go. Okay, that should be all she wrote in Green Path. Now, while we have the bench marked for recall, let's quickly head over to the Nailmaster and see if our blacksmith friend has shown up. Fastest turtle in the West, got him. TY. So, we just go west here, huh? Right. Also need to go a little bit up here. These are a thing that I hadn't killed yet, fair enough. Okay, okay, there's an enemy type we missed. Should probably save my soul for the section where there's like 15 of them in a row. Oops. Really? Seems like it's slightly too early. Can't land down. Okay, hopefully there's something here that we can strike for some soul. Hey. Good luck. God damn it. Fine, I'll do it the proper way. Oh, we have Silvera's Blessing, so we can actually benefit from that for a change. Possibly first person to have ever benefited from Silvera's Blessing right here. Free soul, ooh! Look at that! He's painting the Nailmaster.
Gotta win, Nelly.
Quite a merry crowd now, don't we? This fellow came in wandering into my hut, quite distraught on his own quest for a new calling in life. We talked and found a common love of creating and building and honing a craft, so we now make art together. It's good to have company. I didn't realize how lonely I was. It's like being with my brothers again. Stay with us if you'd like. Oh, hello, traveler. How strange that we should meet again in a world as vast as this. I must thank you for not killing me when I asked you to. I was irritated at first, but I had some time to think up there, and I soon saw the wisdom in your decision. The world is made of more than metal and weapons. I set out exploring and soon found my way here. Sheo is a master of many arts and has promised to teach me what he can. Think I'll be quite happy here. Isn't this lovely? An age spent toiling alone. This is much nicer. You're still thinking of your brothers? Brother. Okay, we need to shoot one more of these guys. I lied, apparently we need to shoot more than one. What? That didn't look like we needed to kill that many of them when I last checked. Okay, we're done already, never mind. Good, okay, so we can leave here. Being at 153 out of 154 means we must have missed something else somewhere. It's probably some enemy that's normally invincible, and I just didn't bother shooting them with magic. We'll see if we happen to run into them at some point. But for now, it's fungal mushroom time, so, or mushroom fungal growth time, whatever. These things are annoying, that's the explodey boys. We should run across these fungoons and husks automatically without too much trouble. There's a room with a couple of these in a row. I know where one of these guys hangs out, so we should be fine with that. Yeah, that's all of them done. Okay, so we need to go sort that out. And we don't need to do this parkour section again. We can just teleport away and then walk from here. Even though the intense music really wanted us to go on. Sorry, intense music. Yeah, we just go south to Fort Canyon. We'll just take the normal path that one would take on their first time through to reach the fungal growth. Oh, almost dodged it. No, I fell into the little bit. Just mindlessly attacking everything, don't mind me. Geocalamar. Okay, so one. We need 3 of the big ones. 2. Oh, there's one of you guys. Need 3 of you in total. Need like 7 or something of these flowers again, or plants again. Splorgs or whatever the fuck their name was. Should be pretty quick if we can find a reset point nearby. Behemoth is to the north here, that should work out pretty well. Might be some more random enemies for us to take care of, like these guys. That's too close. Bonk. So you're the last behemoth up here that I need. And this room has a couple of you that we could reset if we need to. Pair of you exactly, unfortunately. But there were gonna be more. There's a bench right here, may as well. We don't have to really search all that much, and we can just go back and kill the Sporgs again as well. Hello, friendo. Oh yeah, right. This fellow termite guy is like, oh, you have funny charms. Like, he notices that we have the unbreakable charms from... I actually don't remember her name, I'm sorry. But from the termite lady that takes all of our money. Forever. The most amount of money anyone has ever demanded for anything. I think he might actually end up going there now that all the charms are sorted. Might get himself eaten or something, I don't remember how that works. There's some weird shit like that. Okay, so... couple more of you down here. I'll face tank out for the progression, it's fine, don't worry. I have a worry that I will not find another one of those wow mushrooms that we need to kill one of. if I don't go back to the bench and reset and kill the ones that we already know of, but I'm gonna try to stay strong and just believe that we're gonna find another one somewhere in here, that I don't have to run all the way back there and reset. I forgot about this money. Neat. Surely there's gonna be one more of those moderately normal mushrooms. That's the third of these vagabonds. Very nice. Why is everything a vagabond for me? I don't know. Something about mossy vagabond just always stuck in my head, I guess. It's the weird guys by the prophet. They're pretty memorable, I suppose. Is there anything up here that we need to do? I don't think so. Is it just a charm or something up here that we already have? Just committing some murders for the pure love of the game. We're done with these. Never needed those to begin with. I'm hoping to finish around here because we're right by the city gates, which means you can probably also finish off the remaining city guards relatively quickly. Once we're done in the fungal area. Surely there exists one regular fungus dude man guy somewhere here. Over there is where Elder Who hangs out, I think. We're done with that guy. Oops. Well. And we're back in the room that we didn't end up resetting. Unlucky. Guess we're doing that now. And then we'll check, and I think once we return to that room and kill one more of those sort of mushrooms, we should be golden. Yep, he gone. Okay, so how are we looking? We have done. Mantises are all done. One more heavy sentry, and then that looks like City of Tears is also completed. Then we need crystal crawlers and crystallized husks next. Okay, so we go to the city and kill one big guard somewhere. I swear there's another room with those big mushrooms that we just needed one of. No. It's probably further down somewhere. Wrong place. I feel like there was a path up there that I didn't take. Oh well. Okay, so... Right, we can't access from that side even after we open the gate. This is a bit of a scam, honestly. Going through here backwards is actually pretty hard, huh? Can you even do that? Maybe barely if you do it just right. That's where the opening is, okay. Did I never come this way? Did I never open them? That's a little annoying, that means I have to go back to Queen Station. I'm trying to think if it's faster to get into Deep Nest and try to find a travel opportunity from there, because we also need to kill a couple enemies in Deep Nest. But I don't think that's actually faster, because we have to go to the tram place, which is a little out of the way. I'm too low, aren't I? I need to be higher. I hear Mr. Mushroom. Interesting. I don't have the... Wait, we don't need the charm to... interrogate him. Hello. He just gives us some lore. Oh yeah, also. It's just one of those Hollow Knight moments. Hollow Knight moment. It's looking game. This looks like I missed something here. Okay, almost back at the station. I should should post a dream gate here just so we can return here more easily. I'm one too high. Okay, I think those big guys are pretty close to King's Station, so I think we'll just go here, head west, and we should find one relatively quickly. Might even be one in this room if we're lucky. I don't think so though. Nope. Really? Didn't even propagate this way. I am clumsy, but it's fine. We're moving. And both the elevators are up. Need to call one down. There's a big guy here somewhere. We killed one earlier when we were doing the Not Soul Sanctum Wizard. There. Okay, this is all there is to the City of Tears, right? Like, these are all sorted. Including the big guards, yes. We killed quite a few of those, yes. Okay, good. So, crystal stuff. Anything else in that area? Not really. Okay. Up and away. Off to Dartmouth, up to Crystal Peak. We need to kill a couple of those crystal laser crawly ones, and then a couple of those laser shooty boys, which are a little more annoying because I don't think there's that many of them. There's one room where there's, I think, 2 or 3 that we'll have to reset a couple times. Which is not the end of the world, but not great. I might want to place my gate by the bench over here. Actually, no, there's a bench right when we enter Crystal Peak. So if all else fails, we can always do that one. I should actually go all the way here and use the final key for a change. Hello, GG. Anyway, bye. Okay, so some of you need to die, I'm sorry. I didn't turn on in time. That was it for you guys. And then we just have to make it to the room with the crystal shooty guys. Which I think is north. east. I think it's upstairs. Yeah, it's sure, I'll take some soul so I can shoot these a little faster. Thank you, Soulgrim. Your blessing is lovely. Okay, so this room has a couple of these laser shoot boys. There's one. Ooh, very sturdy laser shoot boys. How many do we need? Let's have a look. 6 more. We probably will have to reset the area. Maybe only once then. Is there another one over here? I think this room has a couple. Oh, there's actually quite a few in this room. Nice. May only have to reset this whole thing once then. Missing one. Surely one's up here. Hell yeah. Okay. Cool, that's Crystal Peak sorted. So now we need Deep Nest. How do we best get to that section of Deep Nest? So the place we need to go is all the way over by the failed tramway, which is pretty inconvenient. Because basically all routes we have that lead that way are a little out of the way, I should say. That being said, there's a bench right there, and there's just a couple that we can just farm in a row and then reset and then farm and then reset, so it should be fine. We'll go to Queen Station, I think, and enter from there. Arguably not the greatest way of going about it, but that feels correct right now, so I'll just go for that. Bonk. Nah. So, back we are to the Fungal Wastes. But only very briefly, as we're about to leave right away. I think we have to go one deeper, but then immediately to the left. Extra mushroom still here. So thankfully we need nothing else here in terms of enemy kills. We can just go straight for the only stuff we need, which is over by the failed tramway, like I said. Let me make sure I don't miss my exit. I missed my exit. There we go. Good thing I checked. So, we rest here, and then we fly west. And we fight these guys. We need to kill 9, I think, of these. There should be like 3 or 4 per run. Thankfully we are very strong, so these are absolutely no problem to kill. Actually, I think there's 5. There's a double spot here now. Are there 6 per thingy? Yeah, there's 6 per thing. Nice. And that's it. So now we just double back right away. Rest at the bench and kill them again. No. Alright, we need to go through this. Oh my god, we're in the failed tramway. I never would have known. Never been here before. Damn it. Okay, so next on our list, this guy dies in Colosseum 2, which we still have to redo. More lurks. These ones are in the Ancient Basin, and I don't think there's an alternative, so we'll have to go fight these. Then we have 3 guys to farm in the Hive. This is Queen's Garden, that should be super quick and easy. And this is also Colosseum. All of this is Colosseum. Looks pretty good. Looks like we're getting there. So let's quickly do the Queen's Garden ones. Again, I think they should be relatively quick, but I've been wrong before. So I think it's these fuckers that also hang out in these, not you guys. Here's what I thought now. I'm impressed. A little bit. Isn't this the room? No, this is not the room apparently. My mental map is failing me. So there's these 2 here. I think these are what I'm looking for. Since we do have a bench right here, we can just go and sort that right away. Okay, that's you guys done. Where were we? Crystal stuff. Okay, yeah, so Colosseum, Ancient Basin, Hive. Hive is gonna be annoying. Maybe even the most annoying. Maybe we should do that next, just to get it over with. Now let's do Ancient Basin, and the more lurks are also quite short. So we go Hidden Station. These are the guys that only show up where you get the double jump, and I think in no other spot in the game. Which immediately makes them very annoying, because you don't really have a reason to ever go back there. Rest here, and off we go. I do like that little check there with the spikes to make sure you have learned that you can actually break. You don't have to full send it. Let's take the normal path first, like the path you would take during your first time through. See where these hang out and if it would be faster. Nope, this is the better path, definitely. 1. So I have a bad feeling there aren't going to be enough for just one loop here and we'll have to reset ones. This guy is annoying because you can't really kill him the first time. Because he's a little too high up and he's a little sturdy to just nuke with magic, at least not easily. But that's 2. That's 3. Oops. I don't know what they are thinking with these guys. Like, these have always felt a little weird to me. Like, what's the good way of fighting these? The ones hanging from the ceiling feel like there should be more like stage hazards, like environmental hazards, rather than actual enemies, and yet they made them enemies that you have to like get the journal entry for and everything as well. So I don't know why they just placed them on the ceiling like that. Oh cool, we're getting all of them in one row, let's go. Sweet, so that's these fuckers done. Probably easiest way out of here to just quit out again. Should bring us right back to the bench by the hidden station, and then we can take the tram from there, go to the hive. So this comes together pretty well. 108% completion, nice. Oh wait, right, we rested right here, we didn't rest over, or rather we did not only rest over by the station, that makes sense. I am bad. Call the tram, we go to the east, which immediately brings us to the hive, pretty much. Not literally immediately, but very, very close to the main entrance. And then we go on a little bee massacre. So I think we need small, medium, and large bees, all three of them. And or maybe not the small ones, but the hive guard that split into bees when they die. Like some awkward combination of those. Let's make sure I don't talk shit. Okay, small ones we don't care. The medium ones we need 4, and then we need 10 of the very big ones, and 3 of the ones that spawn small ones. Sure. We one-shot the small bees with max now. Let's go. And I guess the strength upgrade. So, 1 out of 3 for you guys. 10 of the big ones feels like it's gonna be annoying. This is really our closest bench to anything, that's also not good. At least there's a medium one we can kill every time we pass by, but we only need 4 of them. Compared to the 10 big ones. Hive dudes, these should be absolutely no problem. Oh yeah, did I not do this tree last time I was here? My bad. Oh, I think we started this when I was doing the Grimchild quest, and I wasn't particularly strong or interested in dealing with all this at the time, so we didn't quite finish it back then. That's the medium ones done. Lore says, hardened tribe, light familiar. And yet unfucked by the infection, weird though. He's just too good. Should be the last of your kind. No, we already got the last of your kind, so we just need 10 of the big bees now. It's gonna be a lovely experience. There's one. There's 2. I dashed with him rather than into him, my bad. 5. I mean, if we get 5 per run, that's actually pretty decent. So we'll just have to come back to the bench now and reset, and then we'll do one more clear of this, and then we're done. I always felt the you dropped from a great distance, so now your characters stagger a little bit when they land thing to be pretty weird for this game. Because not just visually, but also based on the movement, the Knight feels very light as a character. So it doesn't even feel like his terminal velocity should be so high that he would do this little like clonk when you like hit the ground hard and have to like stand up again. Like it does feel like it's not really, you know, that doesn't really feel appropriate for the Knight somehow. I wonder how these hive guys work, like fucking creature that just exists to house other bees within it seems a little weird. I don't know if that's exactly how bees work. I'm no biologist, so I would not know. Okay. 1. Okay, 6 total, let's go with 6. How fucking far did you go? Seven. Bad timing. Eight. And then 2 in here. You didn't die from that? I'm impressed. Thought I was gonna hit you twice. That is all of the hive stuff done. Which means we're only missing 7. 1. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of these are Colosseum guaranteed. Like Colosseum only, I should say. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 from Colosseum. And then the 6 is this guy, which we're also getting on the Colosseum. So yeah, we're missing 1 enemy. I wonder if that enemy is the final boss, if they show up in the Hunter's Journal. Or if I'm actually genuinely missing something. I wouldn't put it past myself to just be genuinely missing something. But I don't know what... Well, obviously I don't know, because otherwise I wouldn't have missed it home. But like, I don't know what I would have missed specifically. Because it would have to be something that I would not normally kill. But I tend to just smack pretty much everything that I'm passing by. Oh wait, I'm going the wrong way. Wait, I'm not going the wrong way. This is the right way. So yeah, I do wonder. I'm gonna go kill the final boss after this. And that should hopefully be it. Unless there's some God Home enemies or something that I just don't know about. That would also make sense. This is too high, we needed to go left one earlier. Yeah. Can always do that in 2 jumps with a little dash. Neat. Maybe you can if you do it perfectly. Okay, so we're redoing Colosseum 2 because we need to kill the final boss again. That is not avoidable, which I've just mentioned that multiple times already since we were talking about the arena, but I find that very odd and not really something I understand why they did that. For all the other shit, like these generic enemies that I don't have enough of, yeah, sure, you could argue that you should just fail the Colosseum every now and then you automatically build up the journal. But you literally, when you're beating this, you get to kill 2 of the final boss enemy type, and you need 3 of them in total. So it is by design that you're having to redo not just a part of this to farm some generic enemy that you maybe didn't kill enough of, but the actual boss of the second arena level, which is, in my opinion, a bit questionable. I think personally, if I was doing this sort of thing, like making a game like this or having a system like this where you're trying to do completionist stuff or having to kill every enemy or whatever, I think the way I'd go about it is that if you actually do full clear an area, like you do everything there is to do in it, and you actually genuinely also kill the enemies rather than just running through, then I feel like you should, at the end of that, have done enough of the normal monsters and shit that you don't have to come back and farm. So like, if you're doing all 3 of the arena challenges, then you should have exactly enough to complete all of the entries for them. The enemy types that also exist outside the arena, sure, they can have more. But for the arena, for example, like, since it's such a self-contained little area with enemies that only exist here, there's nothing really that can like interfere with that. You know exactly how many you're gonna get in which circumstances, and people can't really avoid that in any way. Like, you always are in control of this exact situation. I feel like there it doesn't really make that much sense to... Or rather, I would make it so that you just are done when you're done with it fully. Like, when you're fully cleared it, you're good to go. It's hopping time. Oops. Oh yeah, you can do the weird back walk and swing with the charms that I have currently equipped. I think that's sprint after that. Or maybe you can just always do that in bed. They're having a giggle. Weird, here I thought they were just gonna keep feeding me grubs every time I come to the arena to do this challenge. Wham. the end. But terrible. These two. So for some reason, these only exist in this very Colosseum and this stage of the Colosseum as well. So it's not like you get to do this in other stages. You need to kill 3 of them to make the hunter happy, and you get 2 of them as your boss for the stage. And that is just... For the other shit, you can always make the argument like, oh, you're meant to like try and fail and whatever, but that is just pretty... I don't know, that feels a little... maybe not intentional, but like... That feels a little obvious and blatant that maybe something went a little wrong there. Okay, so how are we doing? How much more do we need to do? We're looking at 3 entries that we should have, so I guess we're doing another run. I guess these only show up in the last version then. 6 more of those guys and 6 more of these guys. These also only show up in the last version, so I guess we're doing the final arena one more time. And hopefully that gets us there. We need 6 of these shield dudes. Those are kind of the most annoying ones. So 6 of these, which is not a big deal. There's enough of these in the run, I know that for sure. But the little knight dudes with their shields, I'm not entirely sure. There's 2. I'm never gonna be able to dodge these properly. There's the sharp boulders, those were done as expected. Oops. But yeah, sorry to harp on about the like weird arena part of this collection log type thing. I just don't really have that much else to say since we're kind of just doing a bit of a fairly mindless grind. So having nothing interesting to say, I keep talking about the same slightly inconvenient thing over and over. Even though it really is just a slight inconvenience at the end of the day. Oops. Look at all this essence we're farming, wow! I think we're still a little down today from where we started. They just always have the perfect angle, it's crazy. Speaking of, what a fucking snipe. So there's number 3 of these shield dudes. Only 2 swings for those, very nice. Okay, I'm doing this very, very poorly. I'm gonna bait you to attack me and then I'm gonna heal real quick. time here anyway, no button. Come on. Oh, there's one running around over here somewhere. Where's the last ghost dude? Oh, yeah. Okay. I had 2 fucking movement mishaps in a row there, unlucky. Thought I could get away with maybe healing twice down. I didn't hit him. I thought that looked like I hit him. Okay, now comes our part. I really should not be taking damage from this section. Oh, you turned around! You charged up to the left and then still turned around and shot to the right. Craziness. Oh, I got better get on the ground than I can. Jump immediately, you cheeky fuck. Just trying to get a greedy heal in or two. Every turn, how goes? We're farming arena, as is apparently proper. I think we actually have to do this again to like the start. Because we need 3 more of those weird shield dudes and a couple of those glaive throwy dudes. But I think the glaive throwy dudes we get is just the shield dudes that we're not going to be getting. Yeah. Oops. And I'm also missing 1 total enemy. We're at 153 out of 154, and I'm using if Radiance will count as the last enemy in the completion log, basically, or in the last entry in the journal, because we haven't done Radiance yet. So this guy over here should be our last or second to last of those varieties of dudes. That's to the end of it. Yeah, I'm worried about that because I might be apparently missing one somewhere from something, and I don't know what that would be. Otherwise I probably wouldn't be missing it. Oh, more shield dudes. Hell yeah. I am not doing this very well. Malfunction. We got at least one of the entries that we're missing there. Now it's boss time. The big flying things above the Lake of On. I did kill those, or at least I tried to, or I wanted to at some point. Can't say for certain that I actually did, obviously, but I didn't forget about them for what it's worth. Oh, he is stuck. You look like you were stuck right now. Ah, bad timing. I am... yeah, okay. Unlucky. I had to dash immediately because the other guy was inside of me at that point. There's like one there which is gullible. Isn't it just any of those flying dudes? I think I got one, let's say. What? 153 out of 154. We don't need to do the Colosseum again, let's go. Let's have a look. I am pretty confident I killed one, or at least I tried to kill one at some point. Maybe I missed, actually. You might be right. I think I tried for fun to cross the lake and swung at one thinking I killed it, and maybe my brain just decided, yep, that's what happened, and I never went back and actually succeeded. Yep, that looks like it is what I'm missing. Good, because that's very easy to get. Hell yeah. And we'll be in green path anyway, so we can talk to the hunter right away. Neat. This is Queen's Gardens, isn't it? Yes, Queen Station rather. Green path. It's pretty funny that that happens to end up being the guy that I was missing. Or if that is actually true. I didn't really thoroughly check that list right there. But that seems plausible enough. Because that is not an enemy I forget about usually, because I remember desperately trying to like pogo and shit to cross the lake early before I had Desmostia. And I remember trying to hit them and get up there and like, oh, you can actually climb up here and all that sort of shit. So those are pretty memorable to me. Fuck's sake. No, it wasn't that guy, unlucky. So I did kill one of them. Might be one of the ones where you have to inspect a body, but I thought I got all of those. Oh, there it is, Aluga, yeah. Flip. Block suck. An encounter at your camp block. Oh, sorry, yeah, it's 153 encountered out of 154 and completed 153 out of 154. 45, sorry, I'm saying that wrong. Here, let me just do this real quick. Need to turn on lighting solution anyway. So yeah, exactly missing one. That being said, there definitely are things that add to the total number. Like when we did, was it False Knight or something? Either Interaction than Radiance, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Radiance. That feels like less of a hidden boss than some of the other stuff. But I mean, we have to do that anyway at some point, so... It must have been encountered. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. Or it's an enemy in Godhome. I don't know if you can slay any of those random dudes just running around. Or it's an enemy that is usually invincible, or like something you would not usually attack, like the little crystal laser dudes in Crystal Peak. And I just happened to forget about it. Oh, Mender bug is also missing. I didn't kill it. I can get that money, okay. Hello, Hornet.
La fenu venido.
Dong. Okay, let's go beat the game. Percent before entering, I think it would be something before Radiance, but I may be wrong. That would make sense, yeah. Well, we have to kill the Radiance at some point anyway, and our ending doesn't really change just because I have slightly more percentage or something, so let's just do it with however much percentage we have. 108. Adds to it. Yeah, I'm probably just forgetting some random small thing then. Let's just do something relatively basic like this, maybe? I don't know. Haven't really thought too hard about it. Haven't fought Radiant in a while, it's gonna be fun. Hello, the Hollow Knight from Hollow Knight, the video game. I literally missed the button on my keyboard when I tried to dash there, very good. What? I thought he was doing the spray and pray rather than the funny dash attack. No fire pillars for you. Don't know why I tried to go away horizontally rather than just jump. Wow. It's time to get good. You go into the Hollow Knight to challenge the actual evil. Light. Ugh! Fuck, hate that shit. Well, I was brain AFK as fuck, holy shit. 3 damage phase, yay! Freeze itself, I'm okay, fight not over. I got stuck on the platform. Oops. I am terrible, holy shit. For some reason I thought the projectile might break on the platform. I don't know why I would think that. Oh, it breaks on the underside of the platform. Oh, you're fleeing. Does not bode well for you. Here come the homies. The void is coming for you. Bonk. It is fantastic, yeah. Sorry, I was thinking. This used to be my wallpaper for like 5 years or something. So, that's the, in my opinion, proper ending, basically. We use the, or like we are the vessel for the Void and basically the King's Soul and the, what did they call it, Root Soul? Queen of Root Soul or something? And we defeat the Radiance with it, and thus the infection. So instead of just containing the evil, possibly long-term, possibly not, we defeat it. Which feels like an appropriate purpose for the night. So I used to wonder, or rather there's a bit of questioning why our knight can function as a proper vessel, whereas the Hollow Knight can't. We were talking about that last time as well a little bit. And I think for my interpretation of it, it's because we are, like, we were born in the Void, in the Abyss, and then the vessel somehow escapes, and like, so many of them try to escape, most of them fail. We managed to break out, we're one of the ones that managed to leave. And then we went out into the wilderness, or the wilds, or whatever the fuck it's called. And there's a thing somewhere that describes how creatures lose their will and their minds, or whatever, or specifically their minds, I guess. Out in the wilderness, or in the wilds. I think it's the wilds, isn't it? So, I think it's like Quirrell showing up being like, hey, we, like, I forgot what I was doing, or whatever. Like, there's some lore somewhere that also describes how people just kinda forget everything while they're out wandering the wilds. So, my understanding is that or my interpretation rather of that is that the knight runs out into the wilds, and somehow, this is the part where there's a bit of a weird gap, ends up being, like, rather during that, the whatever remains of personality, mind, whatever, that they all still seem to have, gets wiped from the wild, so there's nothing left there. They are actually the perfect pure vessel because there's nothing left after having been born from the Abyss and having also been out in the wilds and everything. And it ends up being empty and in control of us, the player. So this kind of goes with what I was saying fairly early on in the game, where these messages that are addressed to higher beings, these words are for you alone. In my brain, that is just addressed at us as the players, rather than just some random conception of a higher being. And I think in the canon of the game, that makes actually reasonable amount of sense, at least the way I think about it. Because something like the worm shows up, and the lore describes that the worm brings the bugs around its sentience, like it makes them think and actually function. And that seems pretty fucking crazy, but the way I interpret that is a little bit like a like one of those survival simulator games, like an Oxygen Not Included or RimWorld. Basically, the worm shows up, dies, Pale King comes out, takes over, and makes a civilization here in Hallownest, and basically leads, guides whatever happens to live here, in this case, like these factions of bugs and whatever, to, like, turns it into a kingdom and tries to preserve that forever. And similarly, they come across a problem that they're gonna eventually die to. Just like how we in a survival game would be like, oh fuck, eventually we're gonna always starve, or we're gonna always die to heat, or whatever the fuck the issue is, right? And the problem here is that there's this infection that is currently spreading, and the king devises this plan to seal that away in the Hollow Knight with the pure vessel thing, blah blah. And in the same way that the worm and ultimately the Pale King are higher beings that affect the world around them or control things and whatever, I see us as a higher being that controls, in this case, specifically the Knight. And one of the ways I think this works really nicely is because this is one of those games where your character, I think with no exceptions, maybe there's one that I can't think of off the top of my head, but at no point does the character ever do anything that we don't tell them to. They genuinely are a pure vessel that does nothing that isn't being directed by us. Like, we fight someone, they bow to us, well, we as players were like, oh yeah, that was a cool fight, I'll bow back. That's not the player character doing that, we're making them do that. We are, as the player, saying, you, bow now, this was sick. The Knight never shows any emotion, any response to anything, really. And even when we're sitting on a bench like this, you might be like, oh look, he's like napping. Well, it could also be that whatever constraints, whatever control we have of them, we're currently AFK, so our little creature is inactive. They're sitting there like a disabled or like paused, shut down robot, basically, waiting for us to take the reins again. And in that way, the Knight really is completely hollow. They do absolutely nothing by themselves that we, like, don't tell them to do, basically. And as such, it can function as a vessel for basically whatever we want to fill it with. If we decide, okay, yeah, sure, I'll follow this initial plan laid out by the Pale King, I'll fill it with infection, and we'll seal the Knight in here, and it can work that way. That's great. Or we can say, oh no, actually, this is not great. Let's put the Void in here as well and use it to fight the Radiant. I think less so that we are playing as the Void, because the Void is very active and, like, I guess emotional. It's not like a single creature or whatever, it's like this primordial force or whatever, but it is very alive and already a thing in this world, both before we play the game as well as just if you go to those pits in the abyss and it's like striking out and lashing out and these little shades of the Void spawn and all that sort of shit. So I don't really quite see it that way. I see it more as like the Knight is actually so fucking empty, so devoid of fucking anything, that the only emotion it ever shows, the only action it ever does, is the ones we as the players choose to do. And that is the one missing thing for the Hollow Knight in the game, like the previous one that they used, is that they didn't go out into the wilds and lose whatever fucking rest of personality or mind or will or whatever the fuck it had, since they showed in both the cutscene when you escape the abyss as well as in the Path of Pain cutscene that they felt something, they acted in some way that wasn't just the worm saying, or rather the Pale King saying, hey, go do this now or follow me now. Like, if it was the player controlling the Knight by the abyss, and we were sitting there and we're telling the Knight, okay, let's leave, our character, our Knight here that we're playing as, would not stand there and turn back and look at the guy that's hanging in the abyss and will then fall. But the Hollow Knight does that, because the Hollow Knight does not have, does still have a will and a mind and all that sort of thing, at least to some small degree. But yeah, I think this, I tend to like, in general, when games use little maybe not explicitly fourth wall breaking shit, but like little allusions to the player as a thing in the story. And maybe I'm just a little over eager to find that in shit that doesn't even exist. But that is kind of my understanding or interpretation of that. That the higher being that is currently, or that is kind of new to this world, is us as the player, and the knight is the vessel that we came into possession of somehow during the wild escapades that the knight had. The one thing that doesn't super well mesh with that is when the knight returns. Because at the start of the game, the knight shows back up in Hallownest. It's being caught there by the seals loosening or breaking and the infection spreading or whatever. So there is something there. You could argue we notice this through the knight. Like, our little robot that we control here starts like vibrating, hey, I'm receiving a message from the Black Nest or something, or Black Egg or whatever the fuck it's called. So that, like, you can kind of argue around that, but it doesn't fit as neatly. So I don't know. But yeah, that's kind of how I see it, because I really do think it stands out that even in moments like, can I pause this? Even in moments where the character is forced to do something, the game doesn't continue until we do it. Like, if you're sitting on the bench in the Deep Nest, for example, in the high, or in the den or whatever it's called, your character will sit on the bench. The Hollow Knight himself will sit there, or not the Hollow Knight, the Knight himself will sit there and not do anything until we tell him, okay, get back up, and then the game continues, then the cutscene starts. When he gets captured, he does not try breaking out, because obviously, what else would he do? No, we have to tell him, okay, press button to start breaking out. He does not automatically absorb the essence, even if that's the one goal and the reason he's obviously there, and the game will not progress until we make him do it, but he would never do it by himself. Like, it just kind of works pretty well with this whole, he really is the completely hollow, the completely empty vessel devoid of anything. Which is also a little bittersweet, given all the fairly emotional and, like, meaningful shit that happens. Like, characters like Quirrell have their entire life story happening in front of him and then go away, or the Nail Master asking, hey, kill me. And the knight sits there and does not respond, react in any way. Everyone is, like, talking at him, everyone's, like, having these moments, having weaknesses, whatever, and the knight cannot receive it or react to it. Only we, as the people in control of it, can understand it, process it, and react to it, and like parse it, and make then the knight do whatever the fuck we want them to do. Yeah, at the end of the day, I feel like it's always a good thing when that happens, or I usually like it when that happens, and more like, if it's done well, it has the potential to be really good, but if it's done poorly, it's making everything horrifically worse. Like, there are not many games where this, like, fourth wall breaking, or at least addressing that maybe there's something more happening or whatever, is done particularly well, but I tend to look for that and, like, maybe overinterpret things into that direction when I feel like it's being hinted at and fits with the story or the world. Another example is in Nier Automata. When I first started playing that game, the way the game starts with all the little, like, booting thing happening, basically, like the OS is booting and whatever, even before the main menu, and with the way some of the stuff is in monochrome and whatever, for the first, like, 10, 15, whatever hours that I was playing that game, I was convinced this was being set up as a thing we're doing in the game. Like, there's some meta level here, there's some fourth wall, some narrative that's gonna break out of this setup being created because of the way it's, like, very explicitly, like, setting itself up as a simulation when you start the game, but then the main menu happens, I think, if I recall correctly. So, like, that to me, and also being, like, super, like, on guard for any weird shit in a Nier game, I suppose. So I was kind of looking for something crazy and weird out there. That I also was starting from that point where I was like, oh, this is probably some fourth wall shit maybe being set up, or at least, like, another layer to the story being set up. So, yeah, I'm maybe looking for that a little bit too much sometimes. But I think when done well, it's actually, like, a really fun thing. So anyway, here's the dream version of Zod. This is Bretta's dream, so since she's super impressed with Zod and she thinks he's the shit, we actually get to fight a very, very powerful, very impressive version of Zod. You might have noticed in that pause screen that I had there that he had multiple titles of like the beautiful, the terrifying, blah blah. Every time we win this fight, which I don't think we're winning first try because I have only fought this guy like 3 times total maybe. Every time we win this fight, he gets a new title. We can keep fighting him and he gets a new title and he will get stronger and stronger. I don't know if there's new moves he unlocks, but I think like the stats get higher or whatever. He eventually maybe starts doing 2 damage or whatever. But if I recall correctly, that's broadly how it works. And I think that's very funny, and it's essentially kind of like a troll. You're not really meant to be fighting this guy at like maximum difficulty or whatever. It's just kind of like a fun... Like, it's a joke, but it's a pretty well-made joke and a really well-done joke overall. Faithful to his original moveset too, yeah, with the flailing. I don't know if in the original moveset he spits out little ads that fly towards you necessarily, but yeah. So if we do this again now, I think he'll be a little stronger and he'll have an extra title. Also, Bretta's dream is obviously, like, her on the pedestal and whatever. Gorgeous, passionate, terrifying, beautiful, powerful, great Prince Zod! And, like, it keeps just getting sillier. It's very good. I keep thinking I should dash towards him there for some reason. Oh, look, a new trick. He falls through the floor and attacks from the ceiling. Some Mortal Kombat teleport type shit. Descending Dark Brother. Right, Fisk? Cetron might show up? Yeah, I was making that joke the other day as well when we were talking about Zod and his many titles, that he's not quite on the level of Cetra, but he's trying his best. Anyway, doing this like once or twice is probably pretty good, because I imagine he's gonna also show up in the God Home stuff, so knowing broadly how to fight him might help. Wouldn't really consider this practice per se, but... And there he goes. I was going to check on them outside between fights too. Oh, I didn't remember that, nice. She also falls off of her little D1 thing. Hold up. Do we just ding against one of his summons? Yeah, I think while they're flying out and there's just a mask before they unfold. Oh, she doesn't look as excited anymore. She was fully taken aback by him before. Her swords, are they repeating? Your words, not swords, whoops. Wait, map updated? Which part of the map did we just get? Weird. Anyway, so we did not, I presume, finish our journal with them. Nope, we are at, as I hide myself, 157 out of 158. So I am missing something somewhere. Oh yeah, those Zodlings, look at that. Winged Zodling, Hopping Zodling, and Weapon Zod. Technically a map bit for this room, yeah, I suppose. Okay, well, I guess I'll have to pull up a list online and compare to see which ones I'm missing. That might be the best way of doing this. Oh yeah, long time no see, Fish, up all as well. See you're posting Mighty Fine Toads in the Bango Discord. So I presume everything is going moderately okay. Journal list, I guess. all entries. Okay, I grabbed my controller for some reason, even though I haven't been playing this on controller at all. Grozer, Gru's Mother, Tick Tick, Aspid Hunter, Aspid Mother, Aspid Hatchling, Gome. Oh, I'm missing the Gome entry. Oh yeah, there's a side room there that I didn't go for. Right, that makes sense, that room. Wait, I thought I was there though. Come on, map work. Yeah, I have that room. Did I not interact with that? Is that what I've done wrong in my life? There would be I guess we'll turn the cam back on. You can get out of here. Okay, how do I best get there actually? Come on. We go down all the way to the right, down left. Wasn't it here? Am I dumb? Do you have Gom and Garpede? Yeah, apparently I'm missing Gom. All entries may spoil got home content, by the way. Oh, I don't really mind. It's gonna be fine. This variety of told you I'm supposed to report to the Lizard Brothers Society if I see it. Huh. Hope to find our... find said guy for Spadefoots are very cute. Spadefoots, huh? Name, even if they're allergic to it. Okay, I don't know how to fucking enter this room. Yeah, I've been trying that. It's a little inconsistent, unfortunately. Like, the double tap input is a little odd. Inspecting a fossilized Gom. It is found in a hidden area to the right of the fungal waste entrance. Requires the... Oh wait, I'm too high. It's down to the right of the door, I think. I think it's down here, actually. Yeah, this is even open. I was here and I didn't have dive at the time. Right, that makes sense. Okay, cool. That was the last entry. There's a side path there, and I... Oh, right. Okay, we just backtrack. Very good. I was gonna say, if you make me have to come all the way back here, I'll be slightly irked. But I guess there also needs to be a way out of... Okay, I am going to the bathroom real quick. Sorry, BRB. Hello. Wait, why is the chat not on stream? That used to be there. Huh, I guess that's been off for a while then, huh? Weird. No, I'm allergic to those. It's just very common for them to cause a degree of allergic reaction. They're cute enough that if one said I'm still willing to put a finger and pat it to find it out. Hell yeah. Right, Billy? Right, example of Tobin Cube Card if anyone would like to look at cute little guy I'm willing to risk being allergic to it. Let's have a look. Goddamn. That is certainly a toad. Very fun. That might be worth thanking him. No, Master, please praise me and tell me I'm good for playing hardest character in game. Hell yeah. Congratulations, gamer. You can't downplay every character that you're ever gonna be Master on. That just becomes disingenuous at that point. You have to pick your battles. Like, downplaying Maya is one thing, but at some point there are characters on different planes of existence that are worth being happy with. Actually, I should just go straight to the Hunter. There's some games on Master Race coming out. Hell yeah. All the varieties of this far north in the state are fairly standard. Toads are generally alright, I think. Pretty noisy fuckers, but other than that, look adorable. So cute. Fair enough. I guess if you also start like researching which toads you're missing out on, then yeah, that's probably a pretty good way of making yourself sad about it. I hope you're prepared, Villy, for the very high likelihood of not staying on 1500 when one hits Master on a character and continues to play them. Very good. I don't think you're gonna go that low. You've actually played the game quite a bit. I think the main reason people drop so low is because they find something that works for them and have otherwise not really much experience with the game. And then they drop like super fucking low as a result of that, because it turns out just winning enough ranked games to level up is not really, or to rank up rather, is not really doing them as much good as they think. Narrowmouth turtles are very moist looking little fellows with a very funny face. Hell yeah. Am I the scum of the earth or a minor inconvenience? Well, only one way to find out. Okay, wait, no, Hunter was not down here, Hunter was up there. Greetings, Hunter. I've completed your Sully journal. Give you the reward you deserve. Ready to receive the award? This very much looks like a boss fight. Oh boy, here we go. Hope you're ready. The fake out. Receive the Hunter's Mark. Oh, can be kept in the Hunter's Journal.
Otobe. Juro. Otobe. Juro.
Oh, I see. Oh, fuck, sorry. Yeah. Oh, well. I don't think I've ever read that, to be fair. Oh. Unfortunate. Maybe next playthrough. So we confirm posted. God damn. That is a pretty flat fuck, very fun. God damn it, I should have read chat sooner. Sorry, gamers. Okay, I think with that... Okay, that did not increase completion percentage. Fair enough, fair enough. I think with that we're done, right? With the main game stuff. Are we missing anything? What is there one might be missing out on? Let's have a look at the map. I guess we could find out by going to Godhome and seeing if all the bosses are unlocked, I guess. Very saddening to know there's no there. Mr. Mushroom, obviously. No, not doing that right now. State Lizard bought a website to know what sort of mans be looking for and see those guys, and then their rage being so away was very saddening. Unfortunate. Probably still the odd very fine critter in your region as well though, right? Surely? There's gotta be something cute about. Let's go and... Man, Godhome is far away, huh? Very annoying. So glad I figured out the Spore Charm thing and found him on the first couple of times. Hell yeah. Yeah, we ran into him twice, I think, at this point. There was a guide the other night. I think there's no shame in doing that with a guide overall. It's a very silly little quest thing. Yeah, Godhome is like in such an awkward location. What were they thinking? Glows bright upon defeating mighty foes. There's 4 notches on that down there. Well, I guess we're going over to Godhome, which is best reached King Station and then heading west, I suppose? I mean, geographically it looks like the storerooms would be a little closer, but I think it's easier to pass from King Station. No, let's do storeroom. Storeroom is probably better because we can take the shortcut from the Nailsmith. Or the former Nailsmith hut. Fungal Road. Oh, I see, yeah. No, I think I'll... Like, the Nailsmith has a shortcut down to the junk pit, so I think that's the fastest we can do. And I think that's the fastest one we're gonna reach. Put a dream right there, that is its only purpose, yeah. I mean, now that I'm done with everything else, I may as well put a dream right there as well. Although that means whenever I want to actually go and do something else elsewhere. Nah, but we're kind of done with everything. That also means we don't really need a dream gate there because we're not leaving, right? Whatever, fuck it. Anyway, let's go. So I'm probably not gonna start anything there because it turns out cleaning up these loose threads took a little longer than I had planned for. So I'm probably gonna go there, make sure that I have all the bosses cleared out. And didn't actually forget one of the refights or something. And then we're probably gonna call it relatively soon. He is indeed a very fine man. There's very many very fine men in this game though, to be fair. A lot of good bugs. I'm here. I want to be not here. I want to be further left. The other secret dream now boss. Probably not with the way you're phrasing them. It is appreciably flat, so if that makes sense. Which other boss is that? Which other secret dream now boss? Oops. Surely I have been in there. Surely it's just dark because I haven't been here in recent memory. Yeah, I think so. You know what I mean, but I'm not sure. Behind an unmarked breakable door. Feel free to tell me. I genuinely don't mind spoilers in this game, overall, even for God Home stuff. I am not particularly worried about anything there. Oh, you mean False Night? The Dream version? Yeah. We did that one. Or Dung Defender also did that one. Yeah, Dung Defender is pretty tricky. The fake floor. Yeah, Dung Defender. Yeah, we did both of them. So we are good. I don't know why I'm going to the Nailsmith. Habit, I guess. Did take me 2 tries, unfortunately. He got me. I was bummed. Okay. I've never talked to GG. I opened his abode to use the key and then I never even entered. I hope that's not going against my completion percentage. Yordholm. Hello, fellas. Yep, this is now also open. Very good. So that's all 4 of these, or 3 of these. 3 of these open. There was a room over to the right here somewhere that has a list with all the bosses, I think, so we can make sure that we have everything. That fight is one of the ones available in Godham, even if you've not encountered it before, presumably because of how hidden it is. Hell yeah, makes sense. Become jealous? Oh no, unfortunate. Separate screenshots are also fine, lads. I'm sorry, I'm not a tautologist. Okay, there's a lot missing here. I'm assuming we unlock that through this game then, like through this thing. Ascended, Gru's mother. Have a look. Okay, we have spikes. There's 2 damage programs. We are certainly bouncing. Okay, okay. What? What's up? Whoa, you can charge. Good for you. Whoa, that's so fast. Okay, fair enough. So what do you turn into? Oh, nothing. Fair enough. Okay. Just wondering what sort of variety of Gigasite we're gonna get. Radiant. And also we don't get the previous versions cleared automatically, so we have to fight each of these 3 times. Oh, I see. Radiant means if you get touched, you die. Okay. I didn't expect the dash. I thought she was gonna bounce. Let me check something real quick. Surprised you haven't found the Zeraldos in all this time. Usually when the call for Night Wind ensues, Zeraldos is never far. I chose a bad dodge there. Need to do easy versions as well besides for OCD purposes. Yeah, so we do need to do the easy versions as well. Sorry to say. Yeah, it's not on. The dog must have broken in, maybe. I dashed right instead of left. So a wise man would adjust our build for those. But I'm a little stubborn and this should be pretty easy on paper and I'm just bad. So we're not changing just yet. Now over time we're of course gonna... Like we're not gonna do all of this with this build necessarily. Having like the slightly faster heal in a mode where I get one shot is a little silly. That tell is so short, fuck me, I'm not very fast. It does remember your cursor, like it does remember that we were on Radiant, so I don't need to press down, but I instinctively think, oh I better like set it to down, like I better press down to go to Radiant rather than just assuming that it's gonna work. Okay, I'm gonna not attack after a couple of seconds, so I get to actually dodge. I dashed to the left, how the fuck? I have bad hands, please be a little faster. We can do some duos on the dog, if you will. Or if you want, rather. I am good at games. Evidently. Don't know if you're ready for the game ending, or if you're still doing food stuff, or doing your own gaming already. I have not hit the spikes for like all these attempts. And now it's done, it's happened twice in a row. Don't know if you're ready because I'm confident, but if I was doing them properly I'd make a charm setup for the charming. Yeah. I mean at least not having the, hey I heal quicker would probably already help. I don't know why I panicked. I had no reason to panic. I am a little annoyed at myself for not having sorted this already. It went upwards! I was down when you started your charge. Good for whenever just doing some steel on me meta trying to do green basket. Hell yeah. I've never practiced that. It looks so easy when you see speedrunners do it. But when I tried to do it on this run, we fucked it up horribly. Okay, I am a little sad about myself. I hate it here. Why do I keep doing this? I can never dash in the right direction. I didn't even have a reason to press right there, and yet I still wanted to go, oh, let's go to the right a little bit and then dash to the left. And then I press dash while I'm still going to the right again, and I die again. There. That's not hard. We can simply do that. I dashed though! Okay, whatever. I'm a little afraid to use other spells, but maybe D-Dark would help a lot here. I cannot tell the two attack tiles apart. See, I don't mind dying to an honest mistake like that, that's fine. But the fucking, oh I jumped into spikes or I'm dashing the wrong way or whatever, that shit is annoying. I cannot tell which is the charge and which is the I'm bouncing here. God damn it. I was so greedy for that spell. I didn't have my dash yet because I had to go through her and then she immediately fucking snipes me. Playing at the job, got the positioning right, hit the button once, then fat fingered the Windows key because my controller is too close to it, so the game all tapped. Oh no. My condolences. But hey, if you got it once, then that means you can get it again, surely. Look, I need to find a way to identify which is the charge and which is the fucking bouncing shit. I always panic and then I recognize, oh fuck, no wait, she's not doing the charge, she's doing the bouncing shit. And in that panic I always like move really stupid, so I need to find a way to identify that because it's like, this is a true 50-50 every time until I understand what the fuck I'm looking for. She just kinda hesitates, does one of those, and then she fucking goes, and I cannot understand which is which. Help. That didn't look like the thing to me, but it was, so here we are. Maybe it's spacing dependent, because she did just do that twice in a row. I don't know why I hit the fucking wall on the right like a complete turd. So it might just be like positioning dependent, that she does it in certain circumstances, but not in others. He went down roots this time? Okay. Or it's just random. Or I also need to fucking pay attention to the micro adjustment from the knockback. Ugh. The main reason I'm frustrated with this, by the way, is because I am expecting to win. If this was like a really hard challenge where it's like, oh wow, this is a really hard no-hit run, nice, then I would not be particularly frustrated about not beating it yet, because we haven't really tried particularly long. But this is such a simple... I pressed the wrong button and I was yapping, so I couldn't really focus either. But yeah, this is such a simple, basic bitch boss that the fact that I'm not getting it is frustrating me, because I'm expecting myself to get it. I pressed the wrong button again? Why? I never press this button for movement, and for some reason this is now the second time where I'm pressing spell instead of dash. Help! I thought maybe this time she was doing the dive because she was facing me, but nope, she just did this anyway after facing me. I mean... I was very greedy there. There, get fucked. Okay, and now for the hard part. The regular version. Or the attuned version. I guess it's probably not the regular version because she's not dead yet. Got him. It's at the top, surely it's the hardest, hell yeah. Now that's thinking. Well, I thought the statue might get illuminated when it is fully completed or something, huh? Fair enough. Okay, well, that's a lot to do. But let's instead go play some Night Rain, how about it? I should probably rest before, There's a bench in here, isn't there? I remember seeing one, I think. There. Okay. Ding.